What you need to budget when buying a home. When it comes to buying a home, it can feel a bit intimidating to know how much you need to save and where to find that information. But you should know you are not expected to have all the answers yourself. Welcome back to the channel, but first, if you are new here, hello, hola, ¿cómo están? And thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Medranda, a real estate salesperson with eXp Realty in Long Island, New York. And don't be a stranger, go and hit that subscribe button and join the family, because here we go all in real estate news together. Also, do me a favor and like this video. This will help YouTube to show it to other people that might be interested in real estate as well. There are many trusted professionals who can help you to understand your finances and what you need to budget for throughout the process. To get you started, here are a few things experts say you should plan for along the way. First, down payment. As you set your savings goal for your purchase, your down payment is likely already top of mind. And like many other people, you might believe you need to set aside 20% of the home's purchase price for that down payment, but that's not always the case. The National Association of Realtors, NAR, says one of the biggest misconceptions among housing consumers is what typical down payment is and what amount is needed to enter home ownership. Having this knowledge is critical to know what to say. The good news is you might be able to put as little as 3.5% or even a 0% down in some situations. To understand your options, partner with a trusted professional who can go over various loan types, down payment assistance programs, and what each one requires. Second, earnest money deposit. Another item you might want to plan for is the earnest money deposit. While it's not required, it's common in today's highly competitive market because it can help you offer a standout in a bidding war. So, what is it? It's money you pay as you show good faith when you make an offer on a house. This deposit works like a credit. You are using some of the money you already saved for the purchase to show the seller you are committed and serious about their house. It's not an added expense. It's just paying some of that upfront. First, American explains what is it and how it works. The deposit made from a buyer to the seller when submitting an offer. This deposit is typically held in trust by a third party and is intended to show the seller you are serious about purchasing their home. Upon closing, the money will generally be applied to your down payment or closing costs. In other words, an earnest money deposit could be your very first check you will write towards your purchase. The amount varies from state and situation. Realtor.com elaborates. The amount you will deposit as earnest money will depend on factors such as policies and limitations in your state, the current market, what your real estate agent recommends, and what the seller requires. On average, however, you can expect to hand over 1% to 2% of the total home purchase price. Work with your real estate advisor to understand any requirements in your local area and what they have recommended for other buyers in your market. They will help you to determine if it's something that could be a useful option for you. Number 3, closing costs. The next thing to plan for is your closing costs. The Federal Trade Commission FTC defines closing costs as the upfront fees charged in connection with a mortgage loan transaction, generally including but not limited to a loan origination fee, title examination and insurance, survey, attorney's fees, and prepaid items such as escrow deposits for taxes and insurance. Basically, your closing costs cover the fees for various peoples and services involved in your transaction. NAR has this to say about how much to budget for. A home costs more than just a sale price. For example, closing costs, which make up about 2% to 5% of the home's purchase price, are a major added expense. Lenders provide a closing disclosure at least 3 business days prior to the closing on a mortgage, but buyers will need to budget for these added costs ahead of time to avoid sticker shock days before closing. The key takeaway is savvy buyers plans ahead for these expenses so they can come into process prepared. Freddie Mac sums it up like this. If you are in a market to buy a home, your down payment is probably top of mind, and rightly so. It's likely the biggest cost of home buying. However, it's not the only cost, and it's critical to understand all your expenses before you diving in. The more prepared you are for your down payment, closing costs, and other costs, the smoother your home buying journey will be. Bottom line, Knowing what you budget for in the home buying process is essential. To make sure you understand these and other expenses that might come up, let's connect so you have a reliable expertise on what you expect when you buy a home. I am Darling Medranda with eXp Realty. If you have not liked this video, please like this video now. Share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to download a free seller's ebook or the buyer and seller guides at the bottom and the description of this video. And remember, whether you are buying a home or selling a home, it all starts with a dream. Let's dream together. Thank you, and I will see you soon.